welcome to another episode of the Players Place podcast. Today, joining us, we have Olivia. Olivia, please pronounce your last name for us.
So my name is Olivia Lindstedt. It's in Swedish.
Perfect. And where are you currently playing right now?
So right now I'm playing in AIK in Sweden.
All right, perfect. So there you go. That was the intro. I didn't want to mess up. I didn't want to mess up her last name. So there's a quick little intro. But I had the pleasure of meeting Liv back at FGCU where she played, and then I played for a little bit as well. So it was it was cool there. But thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. And then today we're really just gonna go off of start to finish. Youth career till now. Things in between, etc. So to
Yep.
start off, I obviously know you're Swedish, and then that you went to FGCU, but I don't know the background. So
Yeah.
where did you play growing up?
So I started playing when I was like 8 years old. In just like my hometown, we moved. So like to get new friends and stuff like that. Everyone played soccer, so I tried it and like from the first session was really hooked. So I played for my hometown for like 10 years or something. So when I was like 17, I switched to a club called FC Rosengård, which is like really big here in Sweden, and they have like a big academy, and um, they had like a collaboration with like the high school that I went to, so it was really perfect. And so I played for their under 19 for like 2 years or something. And then I got to sign with the first team. And then I went to the States for a year, played college where we met, and then went back to my FC Rosengård for a little. And now I'm on loan to a team in Stockholm called AIK.
Perfect, lovely. And
Mm-hmm.
there's the summary. There's a
That's
quick
the
summary of
summary,
it
very
all.
short.
Quick
Yeah.
summary. And then what's your hometown? Where were you? Where'd you grow up?
So my hometown is like a super tiny one called Glumslav. So it's like an hour from Malmö, which is maybe a city some people might know. Very
Okay.
south in Sweden.
All right. And then what led you? Obviously, you signed with the first team, after you played there after the U19 year and everything. But what led you to going to the States and continuing there?
Um, it was definitely out of like curiosity and like wanting like an experience and like seeing how soccer and like the everyday life is somewhere else. Because I always knew that I wanted to play soccer, but also to like um, explore as much as possible. So like when I got or I heard about college and like the opportunity to like study and like living abroad and playing soccer at the same time, I was like, okay, I gotta try this. So that was basically what led me to like looking into it.
Was what other schools did you have besides FGCU that you were kind of deciding between?
Um, I mean, I had a few that was like maybe on a list or whatever, but like none that I really like spoke to um, too much. Because when I got in contact with FGCU, I thought it looked really good. So I was kind of like actually pretty early like going for that school.
And then what was the main reason you chose FGCU? What was something that really caught your eye when you got there?
I'm not gonna lie, definitely that was in Florida. That was one part of it, but then also like I talked to coaches and like the way they wanted me to play there and like how I could develop there as a player and like the style of playing I really enjoyed. And then also like maybe the level seemed like a perfect level for me. So
And
yeah,
then how long were you there? How long?
I was there for a year,
Just a
so
year?
2 semesters. Yeah,
You only played a year there?
yeah.
Why did I wait? So the year I came was the same year you came. No, but you were there before.
I went there winter, so I came in January 2021, I think.
Oh, so you were there a semester before me.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Wait, we only went there one semester together.
Exactly. So
That's crazy.
you came winter, and then I came fall,
Yeah.
and then yeah, you played that fall, and then after fall you left. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. And then how was like when you first got there?
Yeah.
How was the level compared to, the level back home? Did you find it challenging or?
It was challenging in a different way, I'd say. Like overall, the level was like lower. However, it was very challenging in like the things I'm not good at, they were good at. So like it was like a lot of um, physical. Like the game was very physical, which is like not my strength, and so that was really challenging. And like the I don't know, the coach's way of like being disciplined and stuff was very different. But like playing wise, it was a little different.
A little different, yeah.
Hmm.
So in terms of like different, like obviously the playing style is definitely different from Europe because I feel like, in college it's more physical, speed, strength, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Did you think that you benefited at all from your
yeah,
year, like playing wise?
that's the thing. Like in the beginning, I was a little confused about it. I was like, did I like how is this gonna end up? But I realized, especially when I came back during summer and like played for my old team again during summer break. So I realized I like became way better at like running like for longer periods and like higher speed and counterattacks and stuff, and also like um, getting a better, how do you say, awareness of the game, kind of.
Yeah.
So like I feel like I definitely benefited from like being in a different environment and yeah, being challenged in different ways.
And then was your English super good when you first got here?
No, not at all. Um, it was very difficult for me to like being able to listen to so many people at the same time. And like I remember like the first couple of months I really had to like focus so much. I always came back with like a headache. I was like, oh my god.
Did you
um,
did it get better? You think it got better over the time, or like did you like have to like set aside
No,
hours?
it definitely got way better. Kind of quick as well. Like it's not at all perfect now, but I feel like at least I'm like comfortable speaking now. Before
Yeah,
I wasn't talking too much. um, but so no,
yeah.
I definitely think that developed.
And then like in terms of studying and academics,
Yeah.
so you didn't graduate obviously from
No.
FGCU, and you're still taking classes, right?
Exactly.
What's the biggest difference from school in America and school in Sweden?
Um, I would say that in Sweden it's more like specified, if you say that. Like you take a class and it's like so now right now I'm like in construction engineering kind of. And so when I do that, I only take classes that involves that kind of. While I feel
Okay.
like in the US it's very like general,
Yeah.
especially like the first year for me. Um, so that would probably be the biggest difference, I'd say.
What was your major when you were at FGCU?
Business management.
So you went
So
from
that
business
was,
management to construction engineering. Um,
I was like trying, because I didn't know anything, so I was like trying out, seeing, realized I didn't like it at all. So,
yeah.
yeah.
It's because you have to take all those like requirement courses when you first get there, and like it's a bunch of
Exactly.
nonsense classes. Yeah.
But it was kind of good to take like general classes for my English. I think that was really good. Would have been hard to start off with like physics or something like that. So,
Did you have like oh, because I know they have like what's that class? It's kind of like a speech class almost, but you're like,
yeah.
yeah. Did you take that?
I did first semester, public speaking.
Yeah, public speaking. There you go. That's what
Yeah,
I was
I
thinking.
was the only foreigner in my class, so that was starting off like straight away.
Yeah. So, did you find it hard, like the metric system and everything with inches and feet? Is that a weird thing?
Definitely, I still don't really know it. Um, I just whenever someone says something, I'm like, sure, yeah, that's fine. Um, it's very weird, but I feel like, yeah, whatever.
What was your favorite moment at FGCU on the field?
On the field.
Yeah.
Um, that's a probably when we went through to like, hmm, no, I would probably just say my first game because I didn't get to play all spring season or so the COVID season got moved to spring season, but I didn't get to play due to like documents and like things like that. So maybe having to wait like a whole semester to start like my first game, that was probably the coolest. Walking in and like singing the U.S. national song or national anthem. Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah, that was fun at least. Big
Do you
moment.
do you know the national anthem?
I don't, not at all. I just stood there.
Oh, that's great though. And then,
hmm
as your time went along, you met some nice people, met some cool people. Are you still in touch with them now?
I am with a bunch actually. So like we still talk, and then like yeah, quite a few actually that I was the closest with at FGCU. And I actually went back this winter to visit and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
think I still like keep it close and stay in
Yeah.
touch. So that's really cool.
And then what led you to leaving? Like why did you decide to go?
I would say it was like a few reasons. So one was obviously that even though I love living abroad and stuff, it was very far from home and like family and friends and like just the whole culture thing was one thing. And then soccer wise, um, I didn't know if I could stay 4 years, and then I felt like going professional after maybe 3 years would be like a little hard. So I wanted to keep playing back home. Um, and like also I like the style more here, like of playing
Yeah.
soccer. That fitted me better. So that was probably one reason as well.
And then why would you think it was like gonna be kind of hard after the 3 years?
Um, Probably just because if you like in Sweden at least, it's like if you go away for a little, um, you're kind of like not forgotten when you get back, but you
Yeah.
kind of like disappear a little out of the system. So I felt like um, I already had like a little after 1 year. So I felt like either I have to go the whole full 4 years and to like establish myself in the US, or I should go home and like try to build something here.
Yeah. Have you played against Louis yet?
Against Louis? No, I haven't.
Mm. You guys
So
are in the same league though, right?
we're not currently, no. So
Oh,
I play in the league beneath her
beneath
right
her.
now.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
So
pretty
that would
cool.
be fun if
Yeah,
that happens.
yeah, of course. And then you left, and then after you left FGCU, where was the destination?
So after I left, the destination was back to my yeah, like the club team I played for right before. So
Yeah.
FC Rosengård. So I was there for like half a year. However, I didn't get the chance to like play. Like I didn't get minutes. Um, so therefore, I went to loan at the team I'm right now in AIK. So then we were in the first league, but we got relegated.
Okay.
However, I did like the environment like super much and like coaches and team and like I really enjoyed. I got minutes and stuff like that. So I decided to go on loan again. So now my loan is extended for a year.
Okay. And then I know I was talking to you a bit during that that period where you were on loan and you were like looking for a team,
Yeah.
and like during that period, like how like what did you feel like? What was your mind like during that time?
Yeah. It was very challenging deciding, and also like I don't know, like finding the right level of like I want the team to be good, obviously, but I also want it to be um, the kind of level where I get to play minutes, or at least have the chance to like show myself and get minutes. Um, and it was also like, yeah, I don't know, it was really hard, but I was happy
Yeah.
to get in touch with AIK and like liking their style of playing and stuff like that.
And then how does the loan work? Like since you're on loan now,
Yeah,
when your loan is up, is
yeah.
there like an option? Is there an option for them to sign you for the next season?
Probably. That is definitely like one alternative. And so, like, if I don't do anything right now, I would just go back to Lusengård. But there's always like the opportunity to go to the different team or for them like signing me and stuff like that. So that is definitely like a possibility.
And then you know, what's your goal? Kind of what's your current season goal? Like what are your goals right now during this season right now?
So right now, it would be to win this league with AIK, to get like to the highest division again, get back into it. That's like the team goal and a goal for me, obviously. It would be really cool if I could make it to the under 23 national team.
Okay.
That is like a goal that's probably like the closest in time. And then just
Time out.
what?
Time
Time
out.
out.
How under 23? How old are you?
I'm 21. I'm turning 22 though this year.
No way. There's no way. This
What?
whole time I thought you were like 23, 24.
Really?
Well, because I
I
know
guess I
Louis
just
is like, I know Louis is
yeah.
old, so I was like, not old. Sorry, Louis. You're not old. You're not old. Um, I know she's older,
She's
so I
older than
just,
me.
yeah. And then how old is Kaiser?
Guys is the same age as me.
This is unbelievable.
So we were born '01.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then in terms of, sorry, I was just surprised that
But
I was surprised. But in terms of the U23 national team, have you
yeah.
been to any national camps like youth national camps, stuff
Um,
like that?
yeah, so I played a little for the under 17th
Okay.
and then under 19th as well. So the next step is the under 23, but there I have not been to any camps or anything.
Yeah. And then when's the competition for U23 or when's the camp? Do you know?
There's like a lot of them going on all the time. So they've
Okay.
already like started and like they have a things like throughout the year. Um, so it's basically just hoping to make a good season and maybe yeah, maybe.
Of course, yeah. So in terms of well, so your goal right now, obviously, your team goal is to win the league, get promoted, and then you've set your individual goal. And then in terms of, let's say, your future
Yeah.
in not at the club, but more so like your future just in soccer in general, like what would be like your ultimate goal, you think?
Um, well, it would definitely be to like play at the highest level possible. Um, in Sweden, definitely like the highest league, and then a dream is definitely to play abroad again sometime in the future. That would be really cool. I have a few countries that would be interesting, but like that would be in the future. Um,
How far is future? Like how many years are we talking?
oh gosh, I guess it depends a lot on what happens here.
Yeah.
Um, but definitely like a couple of years, because right now I really enjoy being in Sweden and like, yeah, the teams that I play for here and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But sometime. That would be cool.
What countries do you have in mind? Name three.
Three. Okay, I think England would be cool since
Okay.
it's such a like soccer country. Um, Italy, definitely cool. Um, maybe US, maybe Spain.
Maybe US.
I don't know. I'm a little. It's interesting, but yeah,
Do
I'm
you
open to
follow
most of it.
do you follow the NWSL at all?
A little.
A little?
There's actually a few Swedish players as well that I follow. Like not too much, but yeah, a little.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
US was kind of low on your list right there.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. It's a big step as well. Like the US is like the league is really really good,
Yeah, yeah.
and just like as the same thing again, like moving so far, and also I feel like a little like out of soccer. I've experienced US, so it would be cool to like see something else, but never say never.
You've experienced Florida.
True.
I mean, what states in America have you been to so far?
Gosh. Okay. Florida
Yeah.
and California, Hawaii. That's a state,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, it's a state. It's a state.
um, the New York area,
Okay.
whatever state that is, and then like a few just for like away games, like
Yeah.
Alabama,
Yeah.
yeah, South Carolina, North
Fair
Carolina,
enough.
stuff.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough. And then, you
that was
know,
a tough question actually.
in terms of in terms of like women's soccer, right? So like
Hmm.
I know you know how it is. You know, in college they called it like the Title IX rule to make sure everything was equal on both men and women's
Hmm.
side, for, like sports and stuff. But in
Yeah,
terms of how you've experienced it
yeah.
in college and in pro in Sweden, do you
Hmm.
think you get the same benefits and the same treatment as the men's?
Um, so like in short answer, obviously not really.
Okay.
However, I think I've been really lucky. I think I still think it's like pretty much the same. Like, I mean, for now example, like salary and stuff is not at all the same. However, it's like definitely increased in women's soccer in general, and I think it's like such a big topic. But I think there's so many like factors leading to like salary differences and stuff like that, which is like fair in some ways, unfair in some ways. Um, but I think I've been lucky. Like now in AIK, like we have a big men's side as well, and I think they really try to do both sides as good as possible. And like in Florida or like college as well, I think it was pretty good actually.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think it's becoming like better and better.
If anything, at FGCU, you guys got all the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get anything.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, minus the salary part, like in terms of you know housing and stuff like that. You think it's been good?
Yeah. Um. I mean, housing and stuff fine as well. Obviously, probably not the same.
Yeah,
But I would still say, like, good. I think it's very hard to like compare as well because, as I said, it's so many things,
yeah,
yeah, behind it. But I still think it's fine, and like maybe we would need some more like staff for like medical treatment and like injuries and stuff like that. But except from that, and like it's the same in Rosengård, my old club. I think it's actually okay.
So you wait. So you guys don't have many like medical staff?
Um, so no, not really. Like we have, it's I guess it depends from club team to club team and like from year to year, and they really
Yeah.
try to have like one doctor and at least a physio, but currently it's not really going
It's
to.
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So that's maybe the parts where I feel like that would maybe never lack in men's soccer.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, but I still think otherwise, like, how do you say, um, yeah, everything except from salary and stuff like that, everything
Yeah.
around is, I think it's okay.
It's okay.
But maybe that's in Sweden as well. I don't know the rest of Europe.
Yeah. I mean, I just wanted to see it from your standpoint. I mean, I don't know how it is everywhere else. Like,
Yeah,
I would think the NWSL is really good at the moment because you
yeah,
know there's a lot of there's a lot of U.S. women's national team players and they fight
mm-hmm.
for all that and stuff. So it definitely helped out a bit. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I think Sweden, like in general, is pretty much very, very much about everyone having the same rights and blah blah blah. So I think
yeah.
that's also why maybe it's pretty okay here.
And then so far, so how long have you been playing pro for? A year, two?
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of.
around there.
Yeah.
And then how I don't know, how was the transition for you really from college
Uh,
to from college to
yeah.
pro?
I would say the transition happened like a little before college, maybe, when I got to like play with, or yeah, belong, like be with the first team in Rosengård. Because like that kind of environment was like a huge difference. Um, so it was like definitely thinking soccer all the time and like always being prepared and like um, the part where you actually have to like do your best every single practice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was really cool and I really liked it, and I think that's also why I continued to like try to go to better teams or like stuff like that, because I really enjoyed the professional like environment.
And then for like outside of soccer,
Yeah.
do you prefer Sweden more than the US?
Um, Overall, yes.
Oh.
But there's definitely some parts in the US that I do like, especially Florida with the weather and stuff like that.
So
But I would have to say that Sweden is a favorite.
did you not like
After,
living? Did you not like so what cultural differences from US from Sweden to US was like
yeah.
what was the biggest thing for you that you just didn't enjoy?
Okay. Didn't. It's so hard because it's like when you talk about it, I would say that the US and like Sweden is kind of similar. There's like so many small differences that is like very hard to like put a finger on what it is. Um, but I would, so like outside of college especially, I would say that Sweden is more like they try to like get everyone together. Maybe it's like we'll succeed together.
Yeah.
While I feel like in the US it's a little bit more about the individual and like you can go like all the way, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But that's very hard. Like that's not what's making me like Sweden more. Um, but yeah, one thing I do like about the US is that everyone is very open, very friendly.
You
Here it's
think
like,
so?
yes, like
Really?
here you would not talk to someone you don't know. So
What parts of the US were you going? I feel like people are mean back home.
they were kind to me. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
fair
know.
enough. Fair enough. I mean,
I don't know.
yeah. I mean, it definitely was a big difference, you know. It definitely was a big change for
Yeah.
you.
I I think I thought that it would be more similar than it was actually.
Yeah.
But as I said, like things that are very hard to put, like say what they are. But yeah, still very
When
different.
when you drive in Sweden, is the steering wheel on the right or left side?
The same as the US. So what is that? The
The left side.
left side.
Because here in
Yeah.
Australia, the steering wheel is on the right side.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why, but
Have you been driving at all?
yeah, I don't really enjoy it. But
That's damn. That must be so
a
hard.
bit scary. But
Yeah.
it's all right.
No, we have the same. at least.
Yeah. So like for, because it's kind of like I really want to find out and I want to know because
Hmm.
obviously it's a big difference Sweden and U.S. But like I don't know. I feel like you kind of liked it and then you didn't a little,
Yeah.
and I want to know why. Like all the soccer aside,
Okay.
just yeah, just the cultural part. I mean,
I think, I mean, I still value the US, like, and especially like my year there, like, so high. And when, like, one part of me, when I moved back home, wanted to move back to the US, um, because as I said, I really enjoyed it. And I think it was not like one switch that was like, oh, I like it, then I don't. But I think in the beginning it was more of an experience, and I think it was really cool to see something different and everything like that. But when in the end, when I started thinking of going back home a little, and I compared it to like my like having an everyday life in the US, I think that's like the everyday life that made me feel like, okay, maybe in Sweden.
yeah, yeah. And
But
then
yeah, I don't know. I really liked it anyways, especially college. It was really cool.
yeah, because college is a lot different than
Yeah,
is college kind of the same in Sweden and the U.S. like in terms of
not at all.
like the outside life? No,
No, not at all.
not at all, right?
So in Sweden, it's more you go to high school and then you go to like a university.
Okay.
And the university is, I mean, of course, it's like a lot of fun things going on, but it's not, it's more like you go there, take your classes, and you go home. And everyone lives like, I mean, in the city, but like not at all together like that. So it's not like, it's not the same, I don't know, like
It's more
small
like
little bubble.
yeah, it's like you go to
It's,
school and then you just go home. Yeah,
yeah. And then obviously you have friends, you do stuff, but it's not at all the same, like, I don't know, togetherness.
yeah, yeah. So back to soccer topic.
Yep.
When let's see. So what's you know what's your most memorable moment so far as a pro?
Um, so probably two. One would be when I first, like, I made my debut for the first team in Rosengård. That was really cool. And I got to like sub off. Do you say that? Sub off my like the coolest player that I know.
Okay, yeah,
So that was a big moment, and like making my like first professional debut. And then like maybe not professional, but definitely a favorite moment would be being subbed in for um, the national team,
okay, yeah, yeah.
or like under 17s. But yeah,
Representing your country. How was that? How was that experience? Honestly,
the national part,
yeah, yeah,
really cool. It was also very cool because I still played for my how do you say, my first club team.
yeah.
So and it's like a super super tiny club, so that was really cool having to like been seen. And the coach was, do you know Pia Sundhage? She was the U.S. national team coach before.
Before
Uh,
the coach now.
or yeah, a while back, I think. She's in Brazil right now, I think.
Oh, really?
Uh, but she's been for the women's national team here in Sweden too, I think. So
Yeah.
she was the coach, and she's someone I like looked up to my whole life. And so being, you know, um, picked out to the group by her, and then being subbed in by her, it was real cool.
Yeah, of course. And then when you were at the national team, did you play any like friendlies against any other countries or no?
Yeah, we played a couple. I was not like on too many, but I played against like Finland, uh, France, and Italy, and the Netherlands.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then
Yeah,
I know that international football is a bit different from club football. Or did you think it was, you know,
it was different.
it was different for sure,
Um,
right?
it was. especially since this was like before my kind of professional like career. um the like level was different for sure. It
Yeah.
was they were really good,
Did you have
so that was cool.
so you were the only national team player at the time at your club?
No, not at all.
Okay.
So right now, like I don't really like I'm not currently in a national team thing, but we have maybe 3 or 4 younger girls than me who now plays for the under 17th or under 19th.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Yeah. That's cool for sure. And then after soccer is all said and done, I'm
Yeah,
hoping this is years down the line.
exactly.
What are you planning on doing? Do you have anything in mind? Has that thought ever crossed your mind?
I mean, yes, and that's also maybe part of being like a female soccer player. Like I feel like I always have to have a backup plan. So like right now I'm studying constructional engineering, so that is one path that could happen. But then I'm also like interested in maybe continuing with like sports. See what you could do that. Maybe like I don't know. Um, I feel like there's so many different roles within
Yeah.
sports.
So you're
That
trying
could
to stay
be,
around sports, maybe?
yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be cool too. So I don't know. I have like a few different paths that could happen.
So no traveling, no traveling.
Oh, definitely traveling. That's what I miss the most, being like not having any time off.
When the
So
season's up, like during your off seasons,
yeah.
are you one to travel a lot, or you try to
Oh,
train as much as possible?
I no, I I try to travel as much as possible and then probably train where I travel.
Okay.
But we usually, so in Sweden we play like a different season. So we play
Yeah.
spring and fall instead of fall and spring. So we have off during like a month during the winter, which is horrible here in Sweden because it's so cold and so boring. So I always try to travel like for as long as possible to somewhere warm.
And then
Uh,
when your season's almost over?
no, so we just started.
Oh yeah, you did just start. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right. And then
so
when
like
does
a
it
month
end?
ago. In November.
Okay, fair enough.
So,
And
yeah,
then November, whenever you end in November, and then December you have off,
yeah, exactly.
and then you start again when like February or January.
So we start like practicing and stuff with the team in January, like probably like the first days of
Yeah.
January, and then some games starts in like February and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah,
Yeah. It is. It
yeah.
is. It is flipped a little. It is flipped. Kind
I
of.
know it's so weird, and it's like
Yeah.
weird when you try to look abroad and stuff like that because it's always like, yeah, they try to like how to say recruit during like summer when it's like the middle of our season, so
Middle of the
it's
season. Yeah.
very
So
weird.
it's weird. Yeah. Of course. And
Yeah.
then what countries? What countries are you looking to go to? Where are you gonna go this off season? You plan that yet?
Uh, um, I don't know. I think it would be cool to go somewhere close to like, Bali or something like that. But that's
Yeah.
like a that is my dream.
Bali's your
So I don't
dream.
know. One of them, but that would be really cool.
Yeah. That'd be
Um,
super cool.
as I said, I went back to Florida this fall, so that was amazing.
Yeah.
But there, I have a few countries that would be really cool.
And then what countries have you been to so far besides the U.S.? U.S. doesn't count, right?
Traveling.
Yeah.
I've been very lucky to have I have traveled a lot actually.
Okay.
So I've been to like not the most obviously, but like a couple of countries in Europe, like Italy, Spain, France, and then outside of Europe it would be like the Hawaii trip that was really cool, and I've been to Japan,
Really?
which was an experience. Really loved it.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that was probably like the biggest one, except from like the US.
Okay. So before we're gonna finish up here a little bit,
Hmm.
I'm gonna ask you like a couple questions, just some quick ones for
Cool.
you to answer.
Okay.
And honestly, to start off, this is a big question I'm asking you because there's only one right answer.
Oh,
Yeah, there is. Messi or Ronaldo?
messy, 100%.
All right, good. I was just making sure you were human. You know that you were normal.
Yep.
Just making
Yep. I
sure.
don't doubt that a second.
And then what would be your favorite meal?
On the top of my head, I'd say sushi.
Sushi. Okay. And then what's your favorite thing to do on an off day?
Um, Being outside for as much as possible when it's the sun is finally out here in Sweden.
Yeah.
Um, Enjoying. We have a concept called a fika, which is like
And that's like a
that's
festival
like
almost.
no, it's like just having coffee and like um, pastries together.
Do you like coffee? Do you drink a lot of coffee?
Oh yes, addicted for sure.
Oh my god. And then do you have any like pre-game like superstition, like stuff you have to do before the game?
Not too bad. I have the thing where I always put on every right thing before my left, like shoes and socks and stuff like that.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Um, but except from that, nothing except yeah, listen to music as well.
So
What I
you
try to do.
you put on your right shoe and your right sock and everything on the right side first?
No, just like right shoe, then left shoe.
Okay.
So
I
like
thought
right
you were
sock.
just putting everything right, right, and then you went left, left.
That'd be
Okay.
very funny. No.
That's good though. That's cool. But
It would be cool to have something crazy, but I
yeah,
don't.
cause I know people that like they have to chew like a specific gum. Like there's a bunch of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
I think I had more of that kind of stuff before, but that just made me, yeah, didn't help. I was just stuck in
Yeah.
my head, so I tried to just let everything go.
Yeah. So those are my super questions. But before we end up, um,
Yeah,
obviously thank you for joining me again,
thanks for having me.
and thank you for taking time out of your day to join me and have a quick little conversation here. And then my last question is, who is someone that it could be multiple people, but who is someone that you really look up to?
Um, Soccer wise, it would be probably Caroline Seger. She is like the captain for the Swedish national team. I played with her. She's like a big leader, like the one you always want on your team. And outside of soccer, it's like my whole family, very, very close to my family. So they all inspire me in different ways. And like, yeah, I would say my family is my biggest
Did
inspiration.
did your family ever come down to Florida and watch you play at FGCU?
They were going to. Unfortunately, COVID came, so they didn't get a chance to.
Yeah.
Um, but they really want to visit once, so I can show them all the places.
Have they been to any of your games so far in Sweden or no?
They have. So when I played in Malmö, they usually came every game because it was close, and now they try to come up maybe once a month to
Okay.
watch.
And then how far is where you are now from your hometown?
It's like a 6 hour drive, kind of.
Okay, that's not too bad.
So,
Well,
no,
yeah,
I mean, Swedish not that big.
but six
So,
hours 6 hours is long, but it's not terrible.
yeah. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's like 1 hour with like flight, so it's fine. It's definitely like compared to living in the US, I feel like I live at home now, like with my family. So
Yeah, of course,
it's
yeah.
different.
It's definitely doable, but really thank you and appreciate you.
Thank you.
Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
And definitely, I'm gonna have like a part two at the end of your season and see if you're still happy and you met all your goals and everything, and see where you're going for holiday.
Sounds good.
All
Looking
right,
forward to it.
all right, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.